the guitarlessonguy.com. That song was La Malaguena, and it's a just kind of a nice sounding Spanish song. Normally played on a classical guitar, but I like playing on this guitar, so you can play it even on an electric if you want. So it's a really cool song. So let's go ahead and get started with the lesson. But before we do, please go to guitarlessonguy.com and download the PDF or the Guitar Pro file for this tab that I provided for you. It requires a membership, but it's free at first. So, okay, to get started, what I want to mention is that this is going to be a fingerstyle song, as you probably saw. And for this first little part, I'm pretty much just going to be using free strokes with my one finger. So in classical guitar, usually, I don't even know. I've never taken classical guitar lessons, but they don't recommend bracing, but I don't care if you brace. If you want to put your pinky and brace it on the fretboard to get a little bit more control of that one finger, I'm all for that. So do that if that feels good. Oh, and actually, you might have noticed throughout a lot of that, I may have been using the two finger. Sometimes I mix those up because I'm so used to holding a pick and hybrid picking that it feels good to use my two finger there. But for now, we're just using the one finger at first, and we're just going to go in first position, open, high E, first fret, third fret, first fret, open. So that's the first measure into the second measure. And notice that that note at the end is going to be held for a beat. So it's so no. So you notice that. And then we're gonna, that's for a quarter note there. That's what I'm trying to point out. And then we're gonna go open on the B string or this 2 string to the 3rd fret with your 3 finger or ring finger. Back to the 1 finger on the 1 fret. And then open and then 1 again. So. So to put those two together, we have, again, so try to get that and play along to me on that, if you can, and just, reverse the video. And then from there, we're going to make a little foray into the 3 string. So let me start from the beginning here. That's the whole phrase. So from there, then you're going to take your 2 finger on the 2 fret back to the 1 of the 3 string, 2 fret of the 3 string. So it's so I'm just going 2, 1, 2 on the 3 string. And then I'm going to go back to the 2 string. Make sure of that. Yeah, there we have it. So I have open on the 2 string, 1st fret with my 1 finger, 3rd fret with my 3 finger, then back to 1, then open. So to put it all together. So notice that after that little part, then we just end it with a 2, 1. So 2 finger on the 2nd fret of the 3 string back to 1. Alright, so let's play this whole thing together a couple times through, and I'll tap my foot and just try to play along with me. Good, and obviously if you have Guitar Pro, that's the best thing, because then you can take this tab that I have in the Guitar Pro file, bring it up on your computer, highlight that first part, and put it on Speed Trainer, and start it off nice and slow on a nice little section, like maybe even if you're a beginner, just this little first piece. Loop that. But Guitar Pro is a good tool for that. You may have noticed that you can also play this using hammer-ons and pull-offs, like. So that's a little bit harder, but you can kind of see what I'm doing there. Always hammering on and pulling off. But if you don't want to do that, don't worry about it for now. Alright, so after we ended that whole little thing, we actually ended with our one finger. And this is the second section. So we're on the second little section now. And we actually ended with our one finger after the first section on the first fret of the 3 string. And now we're going to put our 2 finger on the 2nd fret of the 4 string. And our thumb is going to take all the bass notes, and either your 1 finger or your 2 finger are going to pluck the high E with the free stroke going up. So really what we have here, again, 2 finger on the 2nd fret of the 4, 1 finger on the 1st fret of the 3. And then we're only playing strings 4 through 1. And our bass is taking strings 4, 3, and 2, and our 1 finger is taking the 1 string or the 2 finger if you're more comfortable with that. Now notice that this is an E chord. That's when you play all 6 strings, but since we're only playing 4 strings, we're moving our 3 finger up and putting our 2 finger where it is. So it's an E chord fragment, and what we're going to do here is do a nice solid down pick on the bass here, and then this is what you want to get used to. So see if you can get used to that. Alright, but after you get used to that, what you want to do is start moving your thumb like this. So all I'm doing is my thumb is hitting the bass of 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2 string as I'm plucking up either with my 1 or 2 finger. So, up. Alright, so now after you do that twice, so this is what we're actually looking at here, and it's in measure 10. And then we're going to move these 2 fingers, we're just going to lift them up a little bit and move them each down a string and then put it down. And then I'm going to hit strings 3 and then 2 with the bass. So after this little part we go. So all I did was lift up my 1 finger to reveal the B string and hit that. So again. So far, put it together, we have. And that last little part starts in measure 12, the last measure of the 3rd line. So we have, that's what we just did. And now we're going to go back to the 3 string with our 2 fingers still on the 2nd fret of it. So then open 3 strings. So that is going to be. And just look at the tab there if you have any problems with that. And then after that, it's almost over. The hardest little part maybe is just you want to use your 3 finger after you hit that open 3 string, and you want to put your 3 finger on the 3rd fret of the 4 string. And then, you know, pluck that with your thumb and then up on the high E. So that's going to look like this. And then believe it or not, so you have these 2 fingers open, and then you just put them down, and you're at the beginning again, and you start over. So let me start from the beginning here. We have. So that's pretty much it, and you can just kind of speed it up. You know, you can get it going pretty fast, and it'll sound pretty lively and very Spanish. So there is actually a variation too, and let me show you that. Well, yeah, I'll show that to you really quick. So what you want to do is start off the same way with the E and go. So I'm using my pinky there to go. 3 open, 3 on the 3rd fret of the 2 strings. So. And another little variation that you can use that is at the end of either of those 2, you can end it like this. I'll start again with this one. Messing that up. But really it's. Oh yeah. That's not so hard. So it's on the open A, 2 fret of the 5 string, 3 fret, and you know I'm using fingers 2 and 3. So. And then the same thing on the 4 string. And then you can just strum the E with your thumb if you want. Alright, so I hope that makes some sense again. Alright, so that was part 2. So part 3 is perhaps the funnest part. And let's go and do that. And we're going to start with an E. And what I'm going to do is kind of take my hand and just sort of let it fall over the strings. But my fingers will kind of be like flicking out, you know, like whoom. Alright. You know, just experiment, even go slow, try speeding it up. Try it on different parts. But anyway, then I'm just gonna go down. And there I'm just using my thumb. I could just use my 1 finger too. But I kinda like the thumb. But I'm going down, down, up, down, down, down. And I'm just moving that up a half step. But before I move it up a half step, just try this. I'll do it, then you do it, okay? So we got down, down, up, down, down. You do it. Down, up, down, down. Alright, well, I hope that worked. I don't know. But you just kind of have to get that little rhythm down. And one other little thing is when you do the first down, you can kind of bob your hand. Sounds like the birds are acting up. You can kind of bob your hand to keep the rhythm, so you can go down. Wait. Slow it down. Alright. And then you're just going to move that up a half step. And that's kind of a dissonant chord. It has some sort of dissonance to it, you know, notes that don't sound too pleasant. Right, like right there. But we're gonna play it nonetheless because it kind of has a cool sort of quality to it, and it has a very Spanish-y quality. And then you're gonna do the same thing. Down, 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 down. And then we're gonna move it to the 5th fret. Or, you know, the E shape is the 2 and the 3 fingers are on the 5th fret and the one's on the 4th fret. That's kind of cool. Really what it is, it's like a G. Because this is, you know, E, F, G, but then we're just lifting up that finger and exposing the open E and B's because you have E, E, B. So you're mixing up the chords of the G and the E. It's pretty cool. And then you're going to do the same thing. Down, 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 down. And then back. So, I don't know, you can do that maybe 4 times. I'll stop right there. But then you can just go right back into it. And that's pretty much it. Just mix and match those different pieces together, and you'll have a pretty cool song. You can follow the sheet music exactly and maybe play it through twice, but it's kind of like, you know, just those 3 pieces, just match them together. And there's a lot of other little variations you can do. I used to remember I would always do a little trill here, just like, and then play A minor. And play E after that, but, you know, on the 1 string. So that's a cool way of doing it too. But that's pretty much it. And, you know, come back to Guitar Lesson Guy, and you can also buy a bunch of cool stuff at Guitar Lesson Guy, like hats and shirts, and become a subscribing member. Check out Walker Photographics. There's a lot of awesome underwater photos, even underwater photos of alligators, and that's pretty cool. All right. And, yeah, that's about it. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys soon.